Hello Virgo, welcome back to the Lynx Tarot. This is Monica and this reading is for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. This is your money and career reading for the rest of March through April 2023 or the next 30 days. We're jumping right in here with the Wisdom of Tao and then we'll go into some more Oracle, Tarot, Tea Leaf, and we'll end with some money and career Oracle cards. Okay, you have space clearance and the element of fire, so there's some action here or action needed. The appearance of this card is a serious sign that space clearance and negative energy removal are needed immediately. Environmental or personal space or both could be affected. Attend to needed cleansing to bring in positive and fresh energy. Great. I think that's great advice for everyone, whether or not you're a Virgo, but this is especially important right now for Virgo. This is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, so do check your other signs. There could be additional messages there for you. We're jumping in here with the Energy and Spirit Oracle. What else do we have for Virgo? Okay. Time for a deep cleansing. Your physical space and certain relationships. And maybe there's relationships that they're not necessarily people you need to cut out of your life, but you need to have a sit down and establish or reestablish some boundaries. Okay, we have kinship. Yeah, that makes sense. And that's 32 if you like numerology, which breaks down to 5, a change in your relationships with people. This might be, like I just said, reestablishing boundaries, having a sit down and a discussion. Might be a family meeting type thing, or maybe it's a meeting in the workplace. Okay, maybe there are some things that have been going on that have not been conducive to the workplace, and it needs to be discussed. So it says community and your group, okay? So whatever that means to you. All right, what else for Virgo? All right. We have emotional desert and number 11. Inactivity, isolation. Okay, so this is part of your space clearance. You may need to take some time to yourself, get away from other energies in every way. When it comes to your home or maybe your office space, clear that space first, like clean that area and get it organized, and maybe use that space for your alone time to be away from everyone else. You may need to close that office door for a little while, okay? I know that it can't be closed always, but you may need to for a little while. And if your physical space is organized, it's going to be easier to clear your head. And we have past life guides and number 7, karmic lessons and present assistance. So you have spirit guides who are here now to assist you if you wish to call on them. All right, let's go over to the tarot. All decks are listed below if you're interested. All right, what else for Virgo? Okay, let's see. Clarifying kinship, we have the Ace of Wands. So yeah, there could be a great new idea that somebody is bringing up, and it could be you. I feel like it probably is you, Virgo. And somebody in your group or the people you're dealing with that you're trying to get along better, someone is on your side, and this helps to reinforce what you're trying to suggest to the group as a whole. It doesn't mean that like everything's going to go the way you had in mind, but you're going to have some support here, and I feel like there's going to be more to work with. Emotional desert and the Queen of Wands. Yeah, I feel like you're going to get a lot of really great ideas and insights when you take some time to yourself. So I feel like you're going to be looked up to, but this is when you brainstorm. You're going to figure something out. You're going to figure out an answer to this situation. So if it's in the workplace or in the family, maybe they rely on you too much to always find the answers, but I feel like you're finding an innovative new way to approach this person or this group. Okay, and I feel like, Virgo, you're learning to step back. You're realizing that other people need to do their part as well. So maybe you are the conduit of change, but you're realizing it's time to step back and let others do with what they will with whatever you're trying to teach them or bring to them or suggest, which is really great. Okay, past life guides is being clarified by the Two of Cups. So I feel like you're being guided toward a partnership of some sort, or an agreeable place with your current partner. This could be in business or in love. So I feel like Spirit is trying to tell you there's a better way to connect with someone very important in your life. Okay, so all relationships have ebbs and flows, but I feel like maybe an important relationship in your life has become a bit distant, and there's important communication needed here that will bring you together better and stronger. Okay, we have kinship and Ace of Wands being clarified by the Queen of Cups. So since there's a couple people cards, I feel like this does have to do with a group, because we have kinship and two queens here. The Queen of Cups is very insightful, intuitive, even psychic, very nurturing. She may be a little bit dreamy. I like the Queen of Cups here with the Ace of Wands because I like the balance of the water and fire. I just feel like in some kind of group situation, different elements are coming together, different ideas, even different personalities, and people are learning to, I wanted to say dwell in the same place. So it might not be your dwelling as in your home, but it could be the workplace, because that often is like home because we spend a lot of time there. Now, I'm saying, like, for those of you who work outside of the home, even if you are working in the home, you could have other people there. You could have employees. This could be a home-based business where someone has employees that just happen to come to their house. Okay, I know a couple of people who have businesses that they run out of their houses and they have employees. So that might resonate with someone listening. Okay, so inactivity and isolation with the Queen of Wands is being clarified by the Wheel of Fortune. So positive turn of events here. So I feel like your quiet time alone is going to bring you prosperity, because you're going to come up with ideas and you're going to, like I said, find a way to get through to others or be that conduit of change. I feel like this is you. And when you learn to step back, Virgo, the good comes your way. So it's going to feel like good luck coming your way. Doors are going to start opening for you, doors to prosperity, peace, and not feeling like you have to control everything because other people are lacking. It's like you're enjoying this prosperity, but with peace and enjoyment, rather than always feeling like you have to delegate and make sure all of the wheels are greased. Okay, past life guides with karmic lessons and present assistance. And the Two of Cups, oh my gosh, is being clarified by the Sun. So with the Wheel of Fortune and the Sun here together, let me just put this down. I mean, this is a really powerful energy of change for the better. Mental health, emotional health, physical health for yourself, your loved ones. I feel like you're letting go of trying to control every little thing or supervise every little thing is going to bring you to better physical health and mental health, of course, because it really clears the mind, calms the emotions. Now, this is not medical advice, okay? It says that in my disclaimer, but I'm going to say it here too. This is not medical advice. If you need it, it's important that you seek it. We all have free will, but for the sake of this reading, I feel like your creative ideas are really going to help a lot of people, and it's a really, really big deal for you, Virgo, that you're learning to share what you have to offer and then step back. And also speak up. So if someone has like a counter idea, a counter offer, or something like that, you're learning to listen and also say if you can work with that or if you can't work with that. So like you're setting boundaries, but you're also being open to listen and maybe even work with this person, come to some kind of agreement. For those of you in love, I feel like a loved one on the other side sees that this is a connection with someone that can be healed and repaired, and they would like to see that. Now, just because we have a loved one on the other side doesn't mean that, you know, they know what's best for us. They may bless us and pray for us. In my opinion, I don't think they necessarily know what's best for us, but they know more than we do. So I feel like you have their support in spirit to repair a connection with someone. Okay, so let's go over to the Tea Leaf Fortune cards. I'm hearing some voices outside that's distracting me. Okay, let me regroup. All right, it's quiet now. I think someone was just passing. Oops. All right, that's the flipper. Okay, we have beware of greed. So you might be feeling like someone in this situation is being selfish. And if this is in the workplace, this might be what brought up this get-together, this meeting. Okay, so this person is like, well, they're not going to get fired, but they need to be told, like, you can't do this here. You can't come in here and, like, sit back and not do your work, but try and direct and tell everybody else what to do. I feel like that's what someone's doing in the workplace, and they're getting a warning. Okay, and we have the vine. Seek out information that will help you. And the wreath, okay, sorrow over a loss. So for some of you, there might be someone that's being let go from a job. I don't think it's you, Virgo. I feel like someone in the workplace is being let go. They're being given a second chance, and they just don't want to hear it. So this is for some of you, not all of you, okay? They just don't want to hear it. They're being let go. Virgo, I feel like you're disappointed because you saw a lot of hope in getting this person to, you know, work with you, to agree with you, to come to some kind of common ground, and they just refuse to, and they're even more resistant when this is suggested. So there's some disappointment there. For some of you, I think you're going out on your own, starting your own business, and you're disappointed that what you were doing before didn't work out, but you're going to get over this because you're starting something new. You definitely need to clear your space, though. It's going to really help you. It's going to be very cleansing. If you like to smudge, maybe it's time to smudge. Use a tuning fork, you know, whatever is best for you in your space. I have animals, so I don't put bowls of salt around. For a while there's only 1 year in my life that I didn't have a pet, and during that year I did do the thing with the salt, but I would never do it now. I don't want them to get into that. All right. So always be safe if you have pets, okay? Whatever you do for cleansing and clearing. Okay, we have the ladder. Climbing towards success. Yeah, you're going to be successful, Virgo. I'm sure you already are successful, but I feel like you're getting past something that's been like a stuck place for you. We have the bull. Don't back down from opposition. Show strength and fortitude. Yeah, so show your boundaries, have your boundaries, but don't let this be a controlling type thing, okay? There's a difference. Like, controlling feels like stuck. It feels like a stuck energy when you're trying to control and have resistance. But when you set boundaries, that's a healthy kind of control where you're saying, okay, this is okay with me, that's not okay with me. This is comfortable, that's not comfortable. I'm willing to work with you, come to some kind of agreement or compromise on such and such, but not such and such. So that's different. That's about like discussing boundaries and having, you know, or at least attempting to find a happy medium. Which is the opposite of like trying to be controlling and control every situation. And that's understandable for a lot of us. Some of us have been through some tough stuff, and we've like learned to feel like we have to control everything or everything's going to crash down. But I feel like you're learning, Virgo, that you're in a place in your life now where you can trust the decisions of others. You may not agree with them, or you may not do what they would do, but you can still know them even though you wouldn't do things the way they do, which is very freeing. We have needle and thread. A sincere wish will be granted. Love it. Let's go over here to the other half of this deck. Let's get a couple more messages for Virgo. Virgo, if you haven't yet subscribed, please do and hit all notifications. And if you think you're subscribed, please make sure that you still are, because sometimes it seems that, according to other YouTubers, that some people are being unsubscribed somehow. I think it's a glitch. So anyway, that said, let's continue on here. Fan, romance, celebration, and party. Isn't that funny? We have that right here with the Two of Cups. So for some of you, this does have to do with a connection with someone in romance. It could be someone that you're already with, someone maybe you've had a rift with, and Spirit is saying you can work this out, okay? Use your own judgment. There are certain situations that cannot be worked out, okay? But for some of you, this is something that is like, you're making it bigger than it is. One or both of you are making it bigger than it is. And it's better to work it out now than have a tower type wake up call where like something like major happens that forces you together, not necessarily to be happily ever after, but forces you together to work something out, something that needs both of your attention. So we have romance, celebration, party. So I feel like you're going to be really happy about this. If this has to do within the workplace, I feel like you're coming to some kind of agreement with a coworker or a boss or employee if you are the boss. Yeah, we have Turkey. Someone is behaving stupidly. Okay, so someone in the mix here has been behaving that way. Virgo, if you feel like this is you, tell the other person, look, sorry I was unreasonable. Can we talk? I'm trying to apologize here. Can we talk? Or it could be someone else. If someone else is coming to you with an apology, try not to be locked off. Sometimes, and I know I've done this, if something had hurt me, say, I wouldn't be open to that person saying, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it. I didn't know that would hurt your feelings. Do you know what I mean? So let's be careful not to lock ourselves up from this person who is sincerely trying to apologize and work something out with us. With bird flying, news is on the way, and I love this card because to me, this is always good news. So that's really nice. All right, so let's go over to the Money and Career Oracle. These cards have many definitions, so only take what resonates, just like with the rest of this reading. Okay, what else for Virgo? Okay, planner. Yeah, that's very Virgo to me. Pay attention to detail and create a plan to grow your business or personal finances. Careers in event planning, project management, professional organizer could be for you. This is a great time to take a financial inventory and see what needs changing. Yeah, I like that a lot. And when we were talking about clearing space, being that it's tax season, I was picturing Virgo getting your tax information together. And while you're doing this, you end up filing things away because as you're searching for all the paperwork you need for tax filing, it's just that like you end up putting things where they belong. You know what I mean? So you find what you need, but at the same time, you're filing everything else away and also maybe throwing stuff away that was just like junk mail that you didn't realize that was there. And that's part of clearing the space. For some of you, we have designer. You're being called to tune into your own individuality and express yourself. A career in fashion, arts, or any artistic endeavor could be just for you. Get creative with your finances. Perhaps it's time to discover a new talent. Nice. And let's get one more. Real estate. Oh, this could be for some of you. Build a solid foundation prior to building several stories above it. See, I like that. Like the Tower card that we did not get here, but it came to my mind, okay? So build the solid foundation first, whether this is in business or with your relationship. Don't brush things under the rug. Address it, but also don't harp on things. Okay, just my advice. Not telling you what to do, okay? We all have free will. If it resonates with you, go with it. Okay, so consider a career in real estate, interior design, architecture, or any home business. It's time to go back to basics to strengthen your finances. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me for you, Virgo. Back to that space clearance. Keep it simple. Keep everything in your field of vision nice and organized so that internally you feel nice and organized. Thanks so much for being here, Virgo. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you again soon.